In the words of Evelyn Braxton, when the family sat down for therapy with Iyanla Vanzant, there's a lot going on with Tamar, and that's why we're here. Growing up in the shadow of her iconic sister Toni Braxton, Tamar, the youngest of 6 siblings, ultimately overcame the challenge of proving herself in the music industry to create a lane of her own. For today's episode of Culturalist Theory, we're taking Tamar out of the tabloids and putting her in the context that got her on the screens in the first place, her singing. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, share and subscribe if you love it. Also, check out Patreon for the bonus content. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to it. Number 5, Winter Lover's Land. Tamar Braxton's Winter Lover's Land released just 2 months after her comeback album Love and War in 2013. It's a cozy 10-piece collection of holiday classics and a couple of originals that showcase her vocal talents in a festive light. The album opens strong with 3 seasonal classics: Sleigh Ride, a refreshing take on the beloved classic, The Sultry Santa Baby, and a bass-boosted Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which gets a modern twist that feels like Santa's sleigh is a G-Wagon with 12-inch subs. Among the album's 2 original songs, No Gift is a standout, capturing the whimsical warmth of the holiday spirit with lyrics about giving love and joy over material things. She Can Have You, on the other hand, delivers a sharp, Tamar-esque twist as she sends her cheating ex Pac into his side piece during the holidays, a relatable, sassy break from the usual Christmas cheer. Another standout is the breathtaking a cappella mashup of Away in a Manger and Little Drummer Boy, with a beat drop in the latter that adds a fresh, almost Islamic nasheed-like vibe. Tamar teams up with her sister Trina for a short, cheeky duet of the Chipmunk song, a charming and humorous highlight. Both Silent Night and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas close out the album beautifully, cementing Tamar's position as one of R&B's most technically gifted singers. Skip the Target exclusive tracks Santa Bring My Man and Watching Me for this top 10 holiday album, and let's head to number 4, Tamar. Tamar Braxton's self-titled debut album, Tamar, is a fascinating time capsule of the late 90s and early 2000s R&B, offering flashes of brilliance, moments of confusion, and enough sass to keep you intrigued. The album kicks off with Get None, a flashy, fast-paced track produced by Jermaine Dupri and featuring Emil with Maya on background vocals. Its brash lyrics about maintaining boundaries when being flued out set an assertive tone. Unfortunately, that energy isn't consistent. Tracks like the smooth Your Room and the bouncy Missy Elliott hymn No Disrespect pull the listener in conflicting directions with their messaging. If there's a theme running through Tamar, it's inconsistency. Money Can't Buy You Love encapsulates this perfectly. Tamar opens with the infamous Don't Want to Sound Like a Gold Digger, before weaving a tale of wine, shopping sprees, and fine dining. It's undeniably catchy and beautifully sung, but it directly contradicts the independence anthem vibes on Get None and No Disrespect. This lyrical whiplash leaves listeners asking, what does Tamar really want? The salsa-infused Tonight is a standout, but feels like it belongs on a completely different project, while tracks like If You Don't Want to Love Me and Can't Nobody sound cookie cutter. Just when the album threatens to lose you, the final stretch picks up steam. I'm Over You, Words, The Way It Should Be, and Miss Your Kiss are solid deep cuts. Unfortunately, the closing track, Get Mine, circles back to the battle of the sexist theme with frustrating contradictions. Despite board work from Tim and Bob and Tricky Stewart, Tamar is an uneven debut. Had the album been pared down to its best tracks, it might have emerged as a strong EP, showcasing the potential that Tamar would later fulfill. Instead, it feels like a collection of ideas thrown together. A remnant of its original scrap title, Ridiculous. Before we get to number 3, let's shed a little more light on the drama behind the scenes. Tamar gained initial recognition with the Braxtons, releasing So Many Ways in 1996. Leaving the group in 1999 caused family friction but allowed her to pursue independence as an R&B artist. In 2004, sister Tawanda revealed on Starting Over that Tamar secretly signed with DreamWorks Records, dissolving the group and leaving her sisters Trina and Tawanda stunned. Though determined to overcome, the fallout strained family dynamics. Their personal struggles later played out on Braxton family values and Tamar events, where Tamar's outspoken nature and sharp wit earned her a devoted fan base, solidifying her status in both music and reality TV. Part of what we see on BFV is Mama Braxton's reaction to My Man, lead single of number 3, Bluebird of Happiness. Released in 2017, Bluebird of Happiness is a deeply personal yet uneven offering. Heralded by Braxton as her best work to date, this 5th studio album comes with the added weight of being announced as her final project, though she has since hinted at a return. Despite its mix of highlights and missteps, Bluebird of Happiness reveals Tamar's vocal prowess and emotional range in ways that resonate. The album opens with My Forever, a stunning ballad that perfectly captures the bliss of being in love. Tamar's vocals soar with heartfelt emotion, setting the tone for the album's best moments. The upbeat Wanna Love You Boy follows with a repetitive but undeniably catchy hook that sticks in your head, even if it won't appeal to everyone. On Run Run, Tamar ventures into dancehall with a sample of Jamaica's iconic stag lag rhythm, but the execution falters with unconvincing patois. There are 3 tracks from Rodney Darkchild Jerkins, the Curtis Mayfield-inspired The Makings of You, Heart in My Hands co-written by Money Long, and a third called Blind, the album's centerpiece, where backed by nothing but a church organ, Tamar delivers heart-wrenching lyrics about love and jealousy with a high note that could break a wine glass. This standout track is rivaled only by My Man, inspired by her father and mother's divorce over infidelity and her own troubled marriage. It explores themes of betrayal and heartbreak with heavy, sorrowful R&B tones. While Bluebird of Happiness includes some of Tamar's most stripped down and moving work, it's weighed down by tracks like Hole Up and Run Run that feel overly calculated. Still, the album shines when Tamar leans into her vulnerability and maturity, drawing from her many tumultuous relationships that played out in public. When all is considered, her legacy as a masterful vocalist is without question. It's a bittersweet swan song, or at least a pause, for an artist who continues to evolve. Number 2, Love and War. Tamar's Love and War is a testament to resilience, marking her triumphant return to music 13 years after her debut album. The lengthy hiatus at least partially caused by the folding of her former label DreamWorks. The album established Tamar as a vocal powerhouse in contemporary R&B. The album kicks off with The One, a certified summer jam that brilliantly samples Entombed's Juicy Fruit and incorporates Biggie's iconic It Was All a Dream lyric. Produced by Hitmaker and K.E. on the track, it's a certified vibe and was rightfully a gold certified hit. The title track, Love and War, is Tamar's magnum opus and arguably one of the most iconic songs of her career. A deeply personal song about the fiery push-pull of love inspired by her turbulent relationship with then-husband Benson Herbert. Recalling to Essence magazine, I've never argued this much with a person and I've never loved this hard. The song resonated with audiences, peaking at number 57 on the Billboard Hot 100, earning 2 Grammy nominations and selling more than 1 million copies. Lady Gaga, a close friend of Tamar's and former management client and artist on Vince's Streamline Records, helped promote this single by tweeting to her 31 million followers, praising her voice as, quote, beyond. Does include one-on-one fun, and She Did That, which feel like attempts to chase trendy trap sounds of the early 2010s. These beats were meant for Young Money and Waka Flocka Flame, not Toni Braxton's sister. Brian Michael Cox goes 1 for 2 on Pieces and Where It Hurts. You can add White Candle to your wedding and anniversary playlist, and no PKs, that's Preacher's Kids. R&B album is complete without taking us to church, which we get on Thank You Lord. Love and War is a comeback worth celebrating, even if it is really a battle between songs we loathe and others we love. The album's commercial success, including a number 2 debut on the Billboard 200, only getting beat out by Ariana Grande's Yours Truly, even though Tamar sold 30,000 more physical copies, broke records for the longest gap between a debut chart appearance and a first number 1 R&B album, previously held by Angie Stone. Compared to her debut, Love and War is an undeniable victory, a beautiful battle of heart and artistry, and a sophomore turnaround about as perfect as Jamie Foxx's Unpredictable. Number 1, Calling All Lovers. Tamar's Calling All Lovers is a sophisticated, soulful triumph that cements her status as one of R&B's most dynamic vocalists. Released in 2015, the album marks her 4th studio effort and showcases her versatility through a blend of emotional ballads, genre-bending jams, and powerhouse vocal performances. After the success of her Grammy-nominated Love and War, this follow-up proves she's not just a reality TV star or Toni Braxton's younger sister or a doo-wop pop girl. She's a musical force in her own right. The opening track, Angels and Demons, sets the tone with its reggae-inspired groove as Tamar adds a more believable touch of patois to her sultry delivery. From there, we get a 3-piece from Polo to Don with solid results, a little New Jack Swing on Catfish, gospel-flavored Silver Things, and its crowning achievement, Broken Record, where Tamar's voice captures raw vulnerability over stirring instrumentation. These songs make us wish Polo did the whole album because they obviously caught a groove. The Interns took care of business on If I Don't Have You. The album's Grammy-nominated 2nd single harkens back to the elegance of 60s soul with a modern twist. Emotional deliveries coupled with excellent songwriting and soundscaping are hallmarks of this album, the second half carrying its weight in full. Check out Never and Circles for haunting heartbreak that feels like only heaven can heal. The bonus tracks Let Me Know featuring Future, or Sex Over Nonsense are unnecessary, as they offer catchy moments but pale in comparison to the album's main body of work. Calling All Lovers debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 on the R&B hip-hop albums chart, with 43,000 units sold in its first week. Mature, cohesive, and emotionally resonant, this album is resoundingly Tamar Braxton's finest work. And that's all for now on the Baby Braxton. If you enjoyed this episode, check out the one we did on Toni Braxton here, and also check out the playlist on other R&B divas. Stay tuned for more Culturalist Theory. I'm QB. Peace.